Guys, hi. This is your girl Destiny. Yes, I am back with another video. Guys, listen. I want to talk about these people that just chit chatter all day long. Seem like the more you try to get a word in, the more louder and the more talkative they become. Wow. So you know what this topic is going to be about today? Just let me have my say so I can get my point across. And we feel like that sometimes, and sometimes the table can easily turn. And we can be that very person that is always chit chattering, not allowing others to talk. But let me tell you a little bit about what I want to say about myself, okay, in this situation. Again, I'm going to mention this topic. Just let me have my say so I can get my point across. So guys, I'm just saying hello out there. This is Destiny. My YouTube channel is Destiny Forever Walks. And my people, I hope you all have had an amazing day. And it's going to get better. Just keep your mind focused on all that the Creator has for you. So let's talk. You know, if you are anything like me, before listening to this message here, you may have already experienced a time during the day when you have asked yourself this very question: why is it so hard for me to get my point across? And you know what? I am a person who, believe it or not, and I listen much more than I speak. Oh yes, I spend more time listening to people than I speak. But there comes a time when, hey, I have a point that I want to get across. I want someone to hear me. You know, I'll get tired of them always chit-chatting over me. It's like I don't exist. It's like I'm not even there, my people. But I am a person who believe it or I don't believe it. And I do listen much more than I do speak because I am an observer. I watch everything around me, people. I'm looking. When you don't think I'm looking, my ears are so open to you. So let me say this. When I do find it necessary to engage in a topic that could lead to a great debate, you know, I find it very hard for the person that I am conversing with to see my point of view. And I don't know you guys have ever been on that side of the coin as well. I don't think it has anything to do with my delivery of speech or the way that I express myself in communicating to those people. This is what I believe, that it has everything to do with the battle of instant gratification and perception. Now guys, these are two dynamic clouds that our way of thinking and reacting is always involved with. Those two dynamic clouds are our way of thinking, and it's our way of reacting. So listen to this. A heated conversation, guys, it's like a good book. It takes time for the person receiving the message to digest the content. You know what I'm saying? There are so many dynamics that take place when exchanging dialogue, when communicating between two people. So guys, guess what we do? We focus on the tone, we focus on the vocabulary, we focus on the cadence, and also we focus on that body language. And what we want to protect are our feelings. And all the while, we are anticipating. That's what I'm trying to say. So let me repeat that again. Guys, we focus on the tone, the vocabulary, the cadence, and especially that body language. But what we want to protect are our feelings, all the while anticipating when it will be our turn to speak and it will be our turn to respond. And a lot of times, you know, we don't even have a crack to even put a word in, because some people don't leave space. They just yeah all the time. So it is nearly impossible to master that science. It is. It is nearly impossible to master that science, especially when you get around some of these chit-chatter people that don't want you to say anything. They want to just have the whole floor and all the conversation. But we all want to be heard. I know I want to be heard. When I know that I need to talk, I want someone to hear me. Sometimes you got to tell these loudmouth, chit-chattering people to shut up. Just let me have my say so I can get my point across as well. You know what I'm saying? All people that I know wants to be heard. It is gratifying to be heard, my people. It's so gratifying. It's so empowering when you hear yourself. And it makes you feel valued. It makes you feel like, hey, you know, I contribute something to the conversation, to the communication. It makes you feel very valued. And in a difference of opinion, we want our side to be represented, especially when you're bickering and conflicting and you're battling and you got all the words out there and you're making all the solutions, answers, and you don't even give me a chance to even to address my side of it. But you're speaking for yourself and you're speaking for me. Hey, people, you don't like, we can't let people do that. We have our own voice. Hey, say, listen, I have a voice too. And my people, we want others to get who we are. I want you to know who I am. I want you to know my opinions. I want you to know the wisdom that I have. I want you to know that I have something very important to add to this conversation. So we want others to get who we are. And we want them to hear our valid arguments, even if they don't agree with us. I want you to hear it anyway. You don't have to agree, but you're going to hear me. I've heard you. Listen to me. And though, of course, we would like for them to agree with us as well, but if they don't, what the hell, you know, hey, I got my point across. You know what I'm saying? So, what we may not realize is that the best way to get our point across, people, is often counterintuitive. Now, to be successful, then we have to try less. I'm serious, try less. But you listen more, okay? That's something you need to pay attention to. To be successful, my people, we have to try less and listen more. And that's something you may need to practice on. So if you want to get your point across, don't make getting your point across the goal. No, make getting your point across the understanding the goal. And when you try to understand your conflict person or the partners or whoever views, that you will create an opening for him or her to do the same. So it's like a swinging door. You know how a door that goes on both sides that push in and out and both people, you know, coming through. Somebody has to give the leadway or give in to that person who's on the other side of that door trying to push through that swinging door. So it's like that swinging door. It swings in both directions, and you have to monitor to see who gets there first to go through that door. The door swings toward you as you receive his or her energy, as you receive his or her beliefs and their visions, people. And it'll benefit from a peek at an alternate reality. That's just it. So you're able to see both views simultaneously, though. You know what I'm saying? While you reflect on how differently this person perceives the world from his or her side of that door. So listen to this. When you push your way, you virtually guarantee failure, because the harder you try to persuade, my people, the harder the opposition will do the same. He or she wants to be heard too, just like you. So just let me have my say so I can get my point across. I want you to meditate on that. Put a pen in there. That is so important. Just let me have my say so I can get my point across. Guys, I'm going to see you guys at the next video. This is Stetson, your girl. I love you out there, my people. See you next. Think on this topic. Think on this. Bye.